Hey everybody, it's Christy. I'm back in the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen for another installment of the 12 goodies of Christmas. Today is a 2-for-1. We're going to do snowball cookies, or some of you may call them Mexican wedding cakes. I call them Russian tea cakes, and some people might even call them Butterballs. And we're also doing the dark sister of this cookie. It is called a Mocha Nut Ball. I hope you will come in and join us here in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to make these wonderful treats. Alrighty everybody, as always, we always start out with the ingredients. Today, we are going to start with the snowball cookies, or the Mexican wedding cakes, or the Russian tea cakes, or the Butterballs, whichever you want to call them. And they call for 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, 1 cup of butter. I'm using salted butter, 1 cup of ground walnuts, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then some powdered sugar for rolling. Now, you may have never even heard of the darker half sister of these cookies. This is something my grandmother used to make, and it was my favorite cookie that she made, and it is called a Mocha Nut Ball. It is essentially the same cookie, but we're adding cocoa. So I've got 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/3 cup of a nice dark cocoa, and you're using 1 cup of pecans in this one, so it's got the different nut, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then I've got a big teaspoon of coffee granules. I'm just using the Maxwell House here. And then this calls for regular sugar, so I've got a 1/3 cup of regular sugar and the same 1 cup of butter. So we are actually going to start with the snowballs and get those going, and then I'm going to show you how to make the Mocha Nut Balls. I'm going to bring you in closer so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, first things first, we're going to add in our butter and our powdered sugar, and we're going to bring our blender up and go ahead and start creaming those things together. Go ahead and add in our vanilla. Start adding in our flour a little bit at a time. Add in our nuts. These are walnuts. 1 cup of walnuts, and I did grind them pretty fine. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to go ahead and remove the bowl from the mixer, and I will bring you in for a closer view of rolling into balls. Very simple. Alrighty, as you can see, we have a nice ball of dough there, and it's perfectly mixed, and I'm going to use my cookie scoop to roll out 1-inch size balls. Or you can just pinch them off. There you go. 1. 2. So what do you call them in your family if you make these wonderful, they're basically a shortbread cookie. We call them Russian tea cakes because that is one of their proper names. My girls were adopted from Russia, as many of you know, so we've always thought the special tie back to Russia was pretty awesome. But I noticed a lot of people call them Mexican wedding cakes and snowballs, which, well, when they're done, they look like snowballs, so that makes a lot of sense to me. But what do y'all call them? And have you had them before? They're kind of a pretty standard Christmas cookie. And there's a lot of butter. One pan down. All right, these are going to go into the oven on 350 for about 15 minutes. Our snowballs are in the oven. We are going to go ahead and get our Mocha Nut Balls started. So it's the same process. We are going to cream together our butter and sugar till it's fluffy. While that's creaming, I'm going to put together my cocoa, my flour, and my coffee granules. Adding in a teaspoon of vanilla. And add in my flour and cocoa mixture. Alright, time to add in our ground pecans. And that's all she wrote. We are going to get these ready to make into our mocha balls, and our snowballs should be out of the oven in just a minute. Alrighty, our snowballs, Russian tea cakes, Mexican wedding cookies have come out of the oven, and that's exactly what they look like. They don't look like, they're not browned, they're not supposed to change color, they're just supposed to get done in the middle. So we're gonna roll those in sugar in just a moment, but first it is time to go ahead and get these Mocha Nut Balls ready to bake. Same process, y'all, just cookie scoop and make your trays of cookies. Okay, these go in the oven for 15-16 minutes on 325, so they cook at a little bit lower temperature than the snowballs. Alrighty, we are ready for the last step on the snowballs, and it's super simple. We are just going to toss these cuties in powdered sugar. All right, there we have it. That is our finished snowballs. I will come back when the Mocha Nut Balls are done, and we're gonna roll them in sugar and plate them up. Okay, everybody, the Mocha Nut Balls are out of the oven. They look wonderful, and of course, our last step is the same as our snowballs. That is to dunk them in powdered sugar. And do that real quick, and then I'm gonna try them. So it is time for the taste test. I have my glass of eggnog. Do you like eggnog? Eggnog is a controversial subject. Brooks does not like eggnog. I love eggnog. And this is the first time I've gotten to have some this season. And hello, Willie. So I'm going to try the snowball first. And these are very messy. So you just might want to have a plate or something handy. Mm-hmm. It just takes me back to one of the most traditional Christmas cookies there is a snowball. The the walnuts are really good, and it's like a nice white, lovely buttery shortbread inside. Go really well with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a glass of eggnog. Goes really well with a glass of eggnog. All right, so here are the Mocha Nut Balls. Like I said, my grandma used to make these. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else make them except my grandma. And I had to search for a recipe only to find out that it's very similar to the Russian tea cake. So let me go ahead and grab a bite of that. Mm-hmm. Y'all. If you love chocolate and you love a little bit of a coffee flavor, it's not as strong. Oh, we have a kitty. Kitty, we have a kitty. Life here on the Ramsey Ranch. But if you like chocolate and you like coffee and you like pecans, you'll love this. And it is just like a chocolate shortbread on the inside. I love those. Those are so good. So this is installment, let's see, 6 and 7 of the 12 goodies of Christmas, because you did get 2 totally different cookies here. And hopefully we will finish them before Christmas. If not, we will just kind of keep it rolling up until New Year's and hopefully finish all 12 then, because hey, we party all week long anyway, don't we? But I'm going to grab a drink here and ask you, if you liked our video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, and hit the notification bell, ringy dingy dingy, to be notified when we post a new video. And I hope that you guys, and we both hope that you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. But we love you guys, and we'll be back on the next one.